Get these men into custody now. It cut out. I guess there was like the connection was unstable due to weather or something outside. There was some kind of like, but I fell asleep and the thing started massaging my crotch really badly and electrocuting me. It was like hideously pressurized. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make it as bad as possible, and that's your gooch or something. Would you please get these men out of my house so they are just as at large and in progress, and then their usual insane whatever's coming out of that thing that is still as in my house as possible. I'm gonna turn off my cell phone. Obviously, you got to be kidding me! It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Get these animals into custody already. No! Get off me with that thing! Would you get these men and the device they're on into custody now? It's incredibly dangerous. And that's already was saying you can enter people's homes and sexually assault them and children. Would you please get those men into custody also? That's the problem. Those men are responsible for every single goddamn thing is technically against the law in all of this. And need to be charged with it. That you would bring men like that and then harbor them in communities is the problem. Nobody is murdering Americans in a trash compactor or a trash cooker after raping them horribly and kidnapping them and home invading them. Okay? And he's sitting there telling people that as he stalks them 24/7 on their cell phones and sexually assaults them with a body scanner and Google Map and some kind of grounder or intense therapy. Okay, but you will not stop sexually assaulting while electrocuting me with. Get off me with that. Well, that makes him feel super pressurized with the electrocution system. Would you get these men out of my house and into custody where these beasts belong? No, you can't do any of that. There's no such thing as people. That doesn't say. For some reason, I'm reporting you, and you're the ones I'm reporting. And wherever you came from and you're out of, that you would bring these men like this into the incredible amounts of crime. Your incredibly low criminal corruption employees. No, that you would bring men. You don't have any credentials, any of you, is correct. You're absolutely. The incredible entitlement to offend. No, quite obviously, you do not get to enter homes in America. Has that ever been a thing? Or communities with the absolute entitlement, your criminal filth. Take no for an answer once, Huda. No. Yeah. We wanted to do that there because he's going to go do that to her while you're sleeping because you think you're so.
Would you get him out of a sexual assault device with any body he wants, where he, whatever this is? No, he did that all there. They tried to get away from him for a second, to think his gooches were getting away from it. Would you get this freak show into custody on the other side of this? The incredible criminal, Nazi, lowest criminal, because you're filthy sewer rat downtown, Louis, Skid Row, bum, hood, sewer criminal rats. What did that? Give that to me. That is all that's going on. And the incredible crime and criminals you brought into communities in Harbor. The incredible amount of sexual abuse, domestic violence, pedophilia, corruption, like I just said, and like nothing else. The most not a merit system humanly possible. The lowest, most dangerous, criminal, evil men and things brought into communities and Harvard out of the lowest criminal corruption public sector. You really got to get him off that thing. That man is just sexually assaulting day and night. The incredible criminal lowness. The poorest quality. The lowest criminals brought into communities that could possibly exist for a community that you will not. Sorry, that's the honey jar. Monsters you brought into close proximity. The incredible evil of your corruption and the animals you brought into communities. No, the lowest men and mankind could ever sink. The incredible filth of your beasts. The lowest the human race. The incredible entitlement of the lowest men ever born. So incredibly, criminally low. The lowest. The lowest the human race could ever shake. The incredible filth of your incredible, absolutely nothing but criminal monstrosity of the lowest. Crimes animals could or have ever committed. Because the incredible filth of the public sector employed here. The incredible corruption that brings the lowest, poorest, and nothing but corruption employed in. Nothing in this hiring is anything other than the lowest and nothing corruption hiring. Not one person hired out of these groups and out of the way they hire is who they're supposed to be whatsoever, or even slightly close to it. So it's nothing but the lowest corruption hiring with nothing to it except hiring corruption employees.
or employees that are in no way whatsoever, nada, zero, zilch, and zip whatsoever what they are required by American law to be. Not one has the proper credentials. Resulting in some of the lowest and most dangerous and most evil crimes and criminals being brought into communities. Also, you are supposed to, it is skilled labor job, or a skilled job. Skilled labor job, I think is what it's called. You're supposed to only hire somebody with a child education degree or a education degree. You're supposed to hire, when you're hiring like an expert in the field or something, they have the proper certifications to teach. It doesn't say that random hood male criminals can jump into administration and run around and the reign of terror of the incredibly poorest quality white trash. With no credentials whatsoever in a related field. How badly are they harboring this? Really? Nobody would harbor this. Everybody would just arrest that man. If there was anybody to arrest the man. I do that because that makes them so angry that their country, their legal system is doing all this to them. Wherever they are. Who is law enforcement bringing into a community? Because it's true, these men are absolute crazy men. Okay? There's no such thing as there's no legal system in this whatsoever. All crime is legal. Get off my body with that thing. Okay, I get it. Get it out of your house. Get it out of the schools, get it out of the community, get it out of the courts. The only people that are in there are people with law degrees or a paralegal degree. The only person in community corrections is a corrections worker or a guy filing paperwork for the county jails. Or, keeping tabs on product and stuff moving around and things and people. I don't understand an administrator for the woo-hoo. Really, the county jails. Why in human resources? The superior manager of the county jail that is actually, who needs to be fired here if that's a county corrections worker. Because whoever brought the roughest man and the most dangerous men, where do these men work if you're a county corrections worker? You work in the county jail. You watch security cameras. You hand out food. You actually work in the county jail, or you work in administration for the county. Well, I get to hire county jail employees. Well, woo-woo. You hire county jail employees to do that. Are you giving all the jobs to your friends? Yeah.
who don't have the proper credentials, and then crazy men that do whatever you do, and it's turned America into an absolute, you see in the news. And did day one, you can't enter people's houses. What part of that did you not understand in democracy class? And then however actual law enforcement would. If it had to, because there's a crime in there, that's the only reason they could. Or someone breaking the law. And however that works, which we also learned all about in democracy class, all of us. You're not allowed to break the law. No one's allowed to break the law. I'm not breaking the law. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm in my house sleeping or trying to. This guy. This is this. Of course, I mean, like, reason get off me with that thing. Just because you're completely insane, you have to get in there because a man is being raped and murdered in there. Elaborate. No, don't elaborate on the man being raped and murdered. Where is a man being raped and murdered? That's not good. No, it isn't. It can happen now. Would you please get these men into custody now? Where is a man being raped and murdered? He's just so totally. And then like something is sexually assaulting me. Would you get? That's why I just fell asleep and the thing is still doing it. Sitting up in my chair. Would you get these men out of my house? told, I think it's so cool to MASTERBATE. They want to masturbate you, okay? And sexually assault children or something. This is a kind of freaks you bring into communities. These men are like all over the airwaves in the Villages, Florida, over summer goddamn break in Orlando at Grandma's house because of the incredible criminal monsters every single person I reported this to is, and how they've interacted with it. You need to get all the men responsible for these incredible